Alright, so actually while I was making the RBTL video, I kept on saying I'm going to do this Photoshop thing. Forgot to do it, and so I think I'm going to put this at the beginning of the video. So if you don't know what this is just something in the news patch today. We got these frames, guild frames. I'm going to be talking about it in my live recording, but just ignore it. Alright, so when I copied and pasted these frames here, they're actually giving me the full-size image. But hold on, I'm just copy and paste this. Copy image, paste. Yeah, so they give me the full-size image, but when they released it in the news, it looked like this. It was compressed to the table itself, like this. So it's pretty funny. But they're saying that this will make the what do you call it? Make the emblems look very incredible. That's quoting that. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it really quick. Let's see if I can just use a screen here. Yeah, that's close enough. I'm just gonna remove the rest of here. No, don't save it. I'm gonna increase the tolerance of this to, let's say, 200. Anti-alias and contagious. Okay, now that's a bit too much. Okay, let's try 100. Gonna see if in fact it will make our emblems look better. Now we don't have, as you can see on the screen there's the UI to change the emblem, there's the UI to change the frame. I don't know in proportion what this will look like yet. I guess we'll find out, but let me just let's see here, let's scale this down. This is Iggy's current emblem. Well, I mean, given the fact that it's not colored emblem, the frame don't look that bad. I would say the green one is pretty bad. Like the shape is really odd, and then the colors don't really work well. I like the blue ribbon one the most out of these ones. Anyways, that's just a quick one. I just wanted to see because they literally said it will make your frames look incredible. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the rest of the RBTL. I talk a lot about the guild and the guild changes. I think those are the major highlights. But yeah, enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to another session of RBTL where we talk about the update patches and notes. Here's the first portion, episode 2, chapter 10. So this is the final chapter, I believe. I'm still on chapter 6. I still have to finish this. The last one you get 2 pieces of gear, which is fantastic. These are really good for 71s. If you roll high on them, I mean they may as well be used. Perhaps on some farmers for if you're end game. Guild War Challenge season. Now this is where I'm gonna spend probably the most of my time. As most of you guys know, I do care a lot about Guild War. I feel Guild War is really the bread and butter that keeps this game together. One, it keeps community tied together so people actually can continue to communicate. That kind of communication, you know, snowballs into people actually wanting to, not, I wouldn't say compete, but like compare to guildmates, you know? Like if they got like a really strong ML Charlotte, they're like, hey man, what's the build and stuff? So Guild War, and also there's like this pride, right, of being in a guild that's doing well, or even if you're not doing that well, let's say if you're like a rank 100 or whatever, and you're just like, hey man, we're like pretty much all free to play, we're pulling through it. There's so much in the Guild War in this game, and I think that Smilegate in this patch, if these changes are going through, and which I'm assuming they are, they don't understand how important Guild War is. They may be thinking RTA is the biggest seller here, but in my opinion, Guild War is the biggest one right now in the game. So to me, this is really important. Anyways, I'm gonna go down and okay. Well, first things first. It's okay. So there's gonna be this Guild War teammate season frame distribution thing. This is pretty funny. This is what they said. This frame will be distributed to guilds and not individual players to make your guild emblem look incredible. What I'm gonna do at the end of this, I'm gonna do a little Photoshop lesson. I'm gonna actually scale the frames to their proper scaling. I'm assuming that's compressed. We're gonna do some photoshopping, and I'm gonna see if what they said is true to make the guild emblem look incredible. In my opinion, they're doing a really good job, I think, on the arena frames. Even the guild emblem themselves, although I would say that it would be nice to see some more variation in some like screenshots. I'll show you guys later in the game, but there are some screenshots of this skull. I don't know if the Korean server has it. There's this like skull. It's a profile view, which means it's the side view of the skull emblem, but that's not available in global. At least I don't see it. If it was, I'm pretty sure a lot more people would be running it, because that's probably the coolest thing. And instead of like a pair of teeth, like pair of fangs and like a rose and some pitchfork thing. Anyways, we're gonna do that. But anyways, I don't think these look that great. They look like this is pretty much me when I just learned Photoshop. It's like, oh, let's apply a gradient on it. Now, you know what? Like, Smilegate, your art is great. So these are pretty bad. They're pretty bad compared. Let's keep going down. Attainable rewards. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So this is the big number one topic I want to talk about. This draw. On a dev note, they were already saying something like this, and unless no one spoke up about it, and I made my point very clear during that dev note video, that this is a very stupid idea. Very stupid idea. Now, I did ask the stream chat, like, you know, what their thoughts were on it. Like is there the other side? All right. So my thing is, like, I'm 100% against this draw feature. If you guys on the YouTube comments, please feel free to just leave your comments down there, because just let me know what your thoughts are on this. Like, in terms of, like, do you actually see a positive to this? I don't really think so. And I'll explain why. So one thing is this. So the round results are as such. If you get one victory and you get one draw, and you can force the draw, really. I mean, you bring a tank and 2 healers, there's no way any team can kill you. I just don't see it. If they're bringing like single target nuking threats for just to take out the sustaining teams, I don't think so. I don't think there's any way for a defense team, especially because it's AI, to actually kill off a double healer and tank team. I don't think it's actually possible. And you slap a Ruel in there, and it's just near impossible to kill. On the offense team, I mean. Like, the defense team can't kill the offense team. So, realistically, I don't think that many, especially the top players, will be using the draw features a lot. Especially a lot of the top players, like, are content creators as well, and you know, it's really stupid to use it. But then watch me be the first person to use the draw available. So how the draw feature works is that there's a number of turns. So it's not a time-based thing, it's a number of turns before it pops up. So you can't just like literally sit there on the screen for like, let's say 30 minutes, wait for the draw button to come up. You still have to go through a cycle of turns, but that's what I mean. Like, you can literally just be like, oh, we only need a draw to take out this tower. We only need a draw to take out this fort. But no, you don't even get a draw. You get a victory. So you can literally go in with one team without the possibility of you losing heroes on another team if you just go for pure stall. Now, again, one of the things I think it should be fairly noted is that I am not aware that anybody asked for this feature. So what is Smilegate doing with this feature at all? This is not asked. In my opinion, we should sort of speak out on this. I mean, the way it was before was, if you stall out for 30 minutes, you can't take out the defensive team for 30 minutes, you automatically lose that fight. You time out and you lose that fight. Making a stalled defense, although most likely won't be popular in a high-end guild, is a legit strategy though. It is a legit strategy. So basically, this kind of, like, if someone puts a stalled defense on, you can pretty much get the victory as long as you can kill the team, as long as you can kill the first team, and you could just draw the second. So there's no possibility to lose that one anymore, which is just really weird. And just in my opinion, it just kind of forces certain strategies to be not even strategic and makes like the offensive party just way too OP. So I don't like this change at all, and I'm actually really surprised they are going through with this. This is pretty much. I mean, look, we're all gonna get used to it, and I think a lot of people will say that, well, Jay, again, Guild War doesn't matter anyway because look at the rewards, it sucks, right? And then look at these, as a quoting Sour Pie, Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word guild emblems, and look at that. So I mean, because there really is no incentive, like perhaps they're trying to ease our pain, but in my opinion this isn't really. It's not that great. So if you take a look at that, 1 victory, 1 defeat equals 2 or 2 draws equals draw, so that is the same. So the only change right now is the victory portion. So exactly how they spelled it out in their dev note, that's what I was worried about, and they're still doing it. So I'm not really feeling this one, Smallgate. I mean, you do a lot of things well and you correct it, so hopefully you guys correct this quick because I don't understand it. Like if there's someone that can explain to me potentially what they're thinking, that might help, but I really can't see any positive. The thing is that not only the top players are speaking out on this, the players that are just like pretty casual, they're still saying that this is not needed. So I hardly think that anyone in the community actually feels really excited about that feature. So that's really thing. That's really weird, yeah. Sour Pie says that's the only consistent fun thing next to RTA. RTA right now is fun because we have free entrances, but I think when the real season start, I'm pretty sure they're gonna cap it because there's rewards involved. They're gonna cap the amount of entrances, and I think people are not gonna be excited about it as much as they can do it now, because there's really no loss unless you just keep losing and you feel salty about it, but there's no loss for doing it. But Guild War right now is like bread and butter of this game. It's holding the game together. If it doesn't, it's gonna be really bad. Anyways, the message thing, we talked about this before, so I'm not gonna cover it too much. It's kind of interesting, but most likely if you're in a guild, you're on a Discord server anyway, so probably communicate through that. I would recommend the MVP award contribution. For MVPs, you need a combination. You need to hit a specific formula. Now they don't actually say what the specific formula is, but most likely you're the best attacker and also have the most green shields on your defense comp. The MVP reward will be Brave Crest and yeah, just Brave Crest. So the MVP rewards, before they didn't state this in the previous dev note, what the reward was. So we were speculating, oh, because it could be like an additional like 15 Mystic Medals or something like that. I think the Mystic Medals will probably be more worth the chase, but in terms of an MVP, it is RNG. It depends on what attackers are attacking your defense comp, and if your defense comp gets lucky, because sometimes I see like some of the top defenders in Iggy get like a lot of green shields. Sometimes it's surprisingly no green shields. So there could be RNG involved, of course, tactics involved. So to me, if it was like a Mystic Medal thing, it would have been fine, because being an MVP would have sort of been random. I'm gonna put that in air quotes loosely, random, if you're in a top guild. But yeah, whatever, it's Brave Crest, so it's not as incentivizing, but I mean it's better than nothing, I suppose. I think that to top it off, to make it a bit better, they could have added some gold, like 200,000, 300,000 gold. I think would be appreciated. The Brave Crest alone, I'm not quite sure if that's enough, but whatever. I guess it's just to prevent internal guild strife, maybe. If people get salty at like someone getting rewards, but I don't think they should here. Yeah, actually someone on the stream chat just said the reward should have been gold. Yeah, I agree. Let's see here, battle log. Yeah, that's not important. Okay, so this one I took a screenshot of as well. Now you can add the frame, you can change the emblem. We're gonna do our Photoshop class in a bit. You can edit, customize guild. Yeah, let's go down. Rules. Okay, changes to the rules specifically for the stronghold attack. You still have to clear out the entire, what I call forts. So the bronze fort, the silver fort, or whatever, you still have to clear them fully out before you can hit the stronghold. But now the defense tower, what they call the defense tower, I call fort. The defense tower, the center of the tower, the heart of the fort, they can be attacked right away. So in this way, it's good. I think it's good for content creators. It's gonna be good for just strategically, like if there are the let's say the what I call the fort hitters. The fort hitters need to go first because they got a busy day ahead of them. They could do it really fast. They could just get it out of the way, so they don't have to wait for everyone else to clear the rest of the towers on the outside. So I like that. I'm fine with that. No problems there. Let's see here. Matchmaking improvements. They said that this will be improved based on your combat power. The next thing would be that the search will fail if the defense tower where the buildings are located is empty. So no more exploits. I'm not gonna name any guilds, but if you guys know about that exploit, basically if you don't set a defense tower or the fort, and you're fighting like it's top guild versus top guild, everyone has like perfect attacks. The one without the guild without the fort being set, the center building being set, will automatically win because the other side will never gain enough havoc. So that's assuming if both full clear. So anyways, that is fixed now, so that's great. War ranking log, Hall of Fame UI, that's not important. Let's go down a bit more. You can now filter your results, so that's quick. That's a nice to have, not an asked feature, but definitely a nice to have. I definitely don't mind that. Continuing to improve the UI. I think that's pretty much it. And then this is pretty important to talk about in terms of the guild. So guild war artifact added. We were just talking about this. So basically it's if you are at an elemental advantage when you attack, your damage increases by 8%. Max to plus 30 would be 16% more damage. This would work in terms of the scaling, like a Proof of Valor. No, not Proof of Valor, sorry. Portrait of Savior, Tonfa, that kind of thing. But it does have the defensive side as well. So if the caster itself holding this artifact is being attacked, and he has elemental advantage, then the damage is also decreased, I'm assuming by 16% as well. I'm assuming that grows along your attack. But this can only apply to earth, fire, and ice element, so RGB, your typical RGB. So you can't just have because otherwise it's too abusable in terms of the light and dark, because both are at elemental advantage against each other, so it would just be too broken. But RGB will work. One thing to note, I think the way this reading here, it will affect how Luna's S3 and Sid's S3 after speed buff is affected. Since Sid's S3 and Luna's S3, Sid having the speed buff has elemental advantage. So this saying that it's elemental advantage, so I don't think this will work for someone like Melissa, because Melissa ignores elemental disadvantage but doesn't have elemental advantage. So I think only those two right now, Luna and Sid on speed buff, would have this applied. Originally I was reading this, I was worried that this was just the caster holding the artifact has the application and not the actual attack, but it does seem that when the elemental advantage when attacking, so even the way it's read there, potentially there could be a buffer in the future that will buff your hero to have an elemental advantage. That could be a possibility, so that artifact will there also be useful there. And of course the other possibility is that they most likely will reveal or release more heroes in the future with some elemental advantage type of mechanic as well. I'm most likely sure that it will happen. Anyways, so that's my thoughts on it. I mean, it's a good artifact, you may as well get it. Proof of Valor has become one of the best artifacts, and it's free, and this will cost a while for you to grind it, but yeah, I definitely think that you should get this over time. It's funny, I had an account review just a couple days ago, someone that hasn't even maxed out Proof of Valor yet, but he's kind of retired. So anyways, Hall of Trials boss Xeno, and that's pretty much it. And that's all you need to talk about. It's funny. It's funny when I saw this, is like, this is the banner. Banner Xeno. Let's move on. Kise drop rate up. Definitely skippable for me. I already have her. The artifact doesn't look to be any good at all. And in fact, probably one of the worst artifacts for a while, in my opinion. 50% increased speed at the end of the caster's turn. I mean, Kise could use this, but increase the effectiveness by 35%. It's a Thief exclusive, just to keep that in mind, but I don't think that people will be rushing to get this on their Kise. It might be fun for a couple fights. In RTA though, it's scary because you're locked to an artifact unless you have your team comp really worked out. you're locked to an artifact. You can't swap it midway. So I mean, the artwork is nice. Kise looking smexy. I don't know. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, Japanese media pack update. This is finally here. This is fantastic. I think I will swap to Japanese voice. Wait. Oh, hey, that's actually not a bad idea. No. Someone on stream just said AC can use this too. Actually, you're not wrong. That's not a bad idea. Assassin Sid with a speed buff will be very, very good. Huh. That's a good idea. Actually, I didn't think about that. I was just thinking too narrow. Yeah, Assassin Sid might be really good on that one. Japanese media pack, I'm going to be swapping over to it. Baal and Cezanne, but ML Baal and Cezanne. Sage Baal and Cezanne. If you guys already heard this one will be the... Good thing I don't use him, but this one will be the most annoying. I will do a voice impression. If you guys have heard the Japanese voice, I heard it on a video. He has two types of voices. He has this weird one where it's like, Oji-sama! And then he has one that he's more serious. He's like, Oji-sama. It sounds cooler, but I don't get it. Like, when I think it was Grass Angel that had the video. When I was looking at it, he kept on using the skill and he swapped the voices back and forth, which is weird. So it's like he has like a dual personality kind of thing. I don't think every single hero is listed here. I didn't really do like a count, but I'm assuming that would be the case, and that would be natural because they do have to have the Japanese voice, like, you know, done, and the quality of their voiceovers are usually pretty good. So I'm willing to wait. So I'm using I mean, I can see the ones that I use the most. Let's see here. Like Charlotte I use quite a bit. Robbie, not really. Kayron I use all the time. Assyria I use. Charles I love. Yeah, I'm gonna use like a ton of these, so I'm gonna be fine. Tenebria, ooh, nice. Luna I do use. Crow 2. Violet, DN, Surmia. I need Arbor Revoter. Feels bad, man. Dark Corvus sounds bad though. I remember that. Destina, I don't use anymore. ML Ken, yes. And May Chloe, yes. So a lot of the 5 stars, not a lot actually, but I'll definitely be doing that. I think that's pretty much it in terms of what I want to cover in this patch note. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So anyways, the big news is, yeah, we got 2 new heroes. I'm going to talk about them on a separate video. Roana and ML Angelica, which is looking really good. So I'm going to cover those in a separate video. In terms of this one, to sum up again, I think the biggest thing was the Guild War change, especially the draw feature. Smallgate, if you are watching this, you're hearing this, please consider removing that unless you can justify it. I still don't see a reason. But again, leave your comments in the comment section below for those watching on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think about it. Maybe I'm just not seeing something. Sometimes I see something after you guys mention it, so that's a good thing. So let's communicate, and I'm gonna end this for the video recording. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.